Hey guys, it's Ad. So in this video, we are completing the Die Rise of Richtofen side Easter egg solo. This is the Black Ops 3 remastered version of Die Rise, so now it's possible to complete this solo and you do not need 4 players. So I'm going to walk you through the steps on how to complete the Richtofen side Easter egg. Alright, let's get started. First things first, as you probably already know, we gotta build the Trample steam because we're gonna need it in the Easter egg. And then we're gonna go downstairs and get the elevator key just to make our life a tad bit easier. As we all know, navigating Die Rise can be a tedious process, waiting for the elevators, so the base kit key can really speed up the process of navigating this map and doing the Easter egg a bit faster. Alright, here are some part locations. We're gonna grab these parts, then we're gonna fall down, and then we're gonna get ourselves a free Pack-a-Punch Galil by doing this mini Easter egg. Shoot these lanterns in this order, and then you're gonna come knife the wall over here, and then the Galil will spawn on the wall. We gotta go back up top, because we're gonna go to the bank and get lots of money. So in total, I needed about 20,000 points to do this Easter egg on wave 1 and 2. Don't worry, I played a game earlier and got like 100,000 points because you never know how many times it's gonna take you to do this Easter egg. Of course, we gotta turn on the power and get a few perks. Always get protection. You always need Jug and Quick Revive, because I learned the hard way from my earlier attempts at doing the Easter egg. So don't make my mistake and just get a couple of perks. First step of the Easter egg is building the Nav Card table. There are 4 parts to the Nav Card table that you can find around the top of the skyscraper. You can find one in this back corner. You can find one here on the floor under the ramp. You can make your way to this garbage pile and find another part, and then in this corner elevator, you will find the last part. You must craft the Nav Card table under the ramp like shown earlier. Step 1 of the Easter egg is you have to step on one of the symbols located on top of 4 different elevators. The first elevator is the Remington elevator. It will light up if you did it right. If not, keep looking for the next one. The next one can be on the Quick Revive elevator. The other symbol can be found on the elevator by the Nav Card table. Don't get smushed doing this one, be careful. And the other elevator could be the Bowie knife elevator. If you did it right, you will hear a voice line go off.
Yes! The energy fields are growing. Further manipulation is needed before they achieve.
Now we're going to craft the Sliquifier. You don't need it right away, but you can still craft it while you're down there. So the 4 parts can be found in different locations. The first part can be found in the showers on this table. The next part can be found by the TV. The next part can be found by the fridge. The next one on this barrel, and the next one on this shelf, on the sewing table by the power, and then on the other sewing table by the double elevator. You can craft the Sliquifier, but like I said, don't pick it up yet because you will need it a little bit later on. Step 2 of the Easter egg is that we're going to step on one of 4 symbols again, but this time they're on the ground. The first one can be found in front of Quick Revive here. This one can be found outside of the shower rooms. The third one can be found up top by the Simtex wall buy. And then the next one can be found in the middle of the sushi restaurant room. Again, the symbol will light up and you'll get a voice line that says that you stood on the right one. Step 3 is buy a sniper rifle like the SVU from the wall. And we're gonna shoot the balls out of the dragon's mouth. The next one is behind him in that dragon. And if you did it right, you will get a notification that you did it. We can go back and get the Sliquifier. We're gonna take our bubble gun up to spawn and we're gonna shoot the lion balls 10 times each until they start spinning. Yep, you heard me right. So I'm going to unload 10 rounds onto this lion ball. And then I'm going to shoot this lion ball 10 times. Double check that they're spinning or else you can't proceed to the next step. So around the map there are 8 little tiles you need to locate. There are 11 possible locations to find these 8 tiles. One is in the broken elevator shaft on level 25 on this ledge. You can find one in the Buddha room to the right of the teddy bear location underneath the window. You can find one to the right of the gobblegum machine on the same floor as the Sliquifier buildable table. You can find one in the power room to the right of the teddy bear on the edge of the sewing table. You can find one on the ledge of the radio tower itself. If you go to spawn, you can find one on the edge of the desk. Descend down the escalator and you can see one on the bottom floor to the left. Across from the SVU wall by on this broken rubble. The next one is on the couch in the upside down room by the first box location. The next one can be on the top of this skyscraper on this plastic chair by the box location. And lastly, by the MP5 wall by kitchen counter. I highly suggest you make notes or take photos of the symbols that you find along the way. 4 of the symbols look like Chinese letters, and they represent north, south, east, and west. There are 4 more symbols that represent the numbers 1 through 4. Each tile is also a color. It can be black, blue, green, or red. So let's take a look at these symbols. This first one, I call it the peacock. It represents the number 1. The 2 vertical lines is of course number 2. The 3 vertical lines is the number 3, and the 4 vertical lines is the number 4. This symbol that kind of looks like an H represents north. This symbol with the upside down V represents east. This cross one represents south, and then the horizontal line represents west. You will end up connecting these 2 sets of 4 symbols by their color. I'm going to show you the symbols I got and how I got my code. In my game, I got these 2 symbols. They are both blue, so I know that they're connected. The bird on the top left represents number 1, and the symbol in the middle of the screen represents south. So I know south is first. These 2 symbols are connected because they're both green. In the top left corner, I got green equals 2, and then this H symbol in the middle of the screen represents north. So I know north is second. In my game, I got red equals 3, and I know that this symbol represents west. So I know west is third. And in my game, I got 4 equals black, and this middle symbol equals east. So I know east is 4th for the code. Don't worry, I'm going to show you later in the video how I use this code. The next step is to place 1 trample steen on one of 4 locations of your choosing. 1 location is in front of Quick Revive. 1 is by the Simtex wall by. The next 2 are by the ramp on top of the skyscraper. Pick any symbol and place the trample steen in the direction that the symbol is facing. If you do it correctly, you'll get a voice line. The next step is to get 16 flings on the trample steen you just placed. You can either fling 16 zombies or you can fling yourself 16 times. Throughout this process, you will hear hilarious words of encouragement to keep going. So just continuously step on the trap 16 times, and once you've completed this, you'll get fireworks, voice lines, and the tower will spark and light up blue very briefly to indicate that you're done with this step. And then you'll get a voice line to show you what to do next.
Only one combined energy can be fully control the tower. You need a conduit of the electrical energy contained in your living flesh. Any ideas? Oh my god! How about those electric knuckle?
You heard the man. For the next step, we're going to need Galvan Knuckles. You can find them in the broken elevator shaft, but you need 6,000 points to purchase them. So I recommend you have points saved up in the bank for this step to make it go faster. After you get your Galvan Knuckles, return to the roof. For the last step, we're going to melee the tower's poles in order based upon the code you deciphered earlier. Don't worry, I'll show you exactly what I mean. So this pole is north, this pole is south, this pole is east, and this pole is west. So here was my code in the game. I know that the south pole is first, so I'm going to melee the south pole first. In my game, I got green equals 2 and the symbol equals north, so I melee the north pole second. I got red equals 3, and this symbol is also red, so it equals west, so I melee west 3rd. And I got 4 equals black, and black equals east, so I melee the east pole 4th. Here's what it looks like in action. So south is first, melee it, it'll make a noise. North is second, melee it, it'll make a noise. West is 3rd, melee it, and it'll make a noise. And 4th is east, melee it, and if you did it correctly, the tower will make this wonderful sound and be activated, and it will light up blue. Now you've completed the Richtofen side of the Die Rise Easter egg. You will now get access to all the perks and the Gobblegum machine. And of course, the satisfaction of completing the Die Rise Easter egg solo. Thanks for watching, guys. If you found this video helpful, please consider liking and subscribing, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye!